All right, welcome back everybody to this epic clash in the APAC Division. It's going to be Skirmish JP, so another Skirmish team coming in here versus Jumble. And it's going to be a very interesting set. We will have another Deathslinger set here being picked up by Jumble in the middle of the best of three. We're going to be seeing Spirit straight off the bat here for Skirmish JP's pick. And then the tiebreaker going to be Oni as well. So really exciting sets here that can really snowball out of control, I think.
I agree. I think I casted Skirmish JP versus Kachazi last weekend, so they were very, very entertaining games to watch. So I'm very excited to see how these games go tonight. Not very familiar with Jumble and how they've been playing, but I think we'll be in for some really exciting games nonetheless. But we're going to be loading in on the records yard here with our first set being Spirit. And I believe this is Moret playing Spirit for Skirmish. So running a pretty standard build. This is Pop, Eruption, Corrupt, and Sloppy. Very nice to see. And Moret's just going to be checking for any potentially stealthing survivors. We do have like a split Corrupt, it looks like. There's 2 Corrupt gens up here, and then another one at the other side of the map. Catching out, I don't know who this is, the Vittorio here at this edge map filler. Very early tag, and this might be a really quick down. He doesn't have a lot to work with here, and that's going to be a down just straight off the bat. Really good start for Skirmish.
Yeah, really good start there on the Spirit. Finding a Toko edge map there, getting instant tag as well, winning that mind game M1, and then just easily able to phase, not using any of that duration for that first tag. So really quick down there. Don't know if we're going to be seeing an equally quick pull here, but we're going to be seeing a Jumble right now spreading out the Jeds. We'll be able to pressure someone off here. Going to be getting that pop and eruption value applied to this generator. And I don't know, maybe might proxy back to the hook here potentially. No, he actually does see a survivor around the track here, so he'll be, just walking around the crane, trying to see if he can maybe get a tag here. He knows the 2 of the survivors are on the top side of the map right now, as he does get tripped up a little bit. Nice use of SB as well, coming out from Gucci, just to bait out that phase, getting stuck on an invisible wall though, and that could prove to be costly here. But no, he's actually been making that pallet. Really nicely played here from Gucci on this pallet so far.
Yeah, Gucci playing that extremely well. I think Moret hesitating a little bit. Wasn't sure if he was going to make that hit, but we do see the pull come off onto Vittorio, but it looks like Moret's not going to be returning back anytime soon. Might just be committing to play for the down onto Gucci here, right next to this gen. And yeah, this is going to be a down onto Gucci at the edge map. And yeah, that's going to be Eruption popped onto that 2 gen. And another down for Moret here, and is probably going to be hooking towards maybe the mid side of the map, or maybe next to this gen. Yeah, going to be hooking right next to the crane here, and I'm very surprised that Moret didn't go back to tunnel out the Vittorio, but he was probably confident that he was going to get that down onto Gucci there. And we do see the first gen come through, and this is Lively here, pathing away, but Moret's not going to be committing. We do see a reset come off onto Vittorio, and probably not a lot of gen pressure happening at the moment. I don't know if that was a med kit used on Vittorio, or it was a reset from our King YouTube here, but we do see some scratchies over here, and this is going to be the Ace King YouTube dropping this pallet and going to be playing around it. I think that was Life that he was trying to pull off there, getting a nice tag and going to be committing to this, or maybe pathing his way back to the hook to potentially get a tunnel out onto Gucci, I think.
Yeah, but just getting a nice tag there on the King Lion. Use that Lively at top, but yeah, it's another sloppy Butcher applied, and yeah, I think he's going to be trying to find Gucci here. As good as it was, play high aggro there, they're starting to get the resets, trying to split out on the map a lot here. So might need to try and get a tunnel out kind of soon-ish, you'd imagine. But no, you'll be playing around this wall here onto Lively. Lively getting a nice vault there. I think that actually was the live being used here with that quick and quiet. Going to be getting to this edge map filler pallet. Pre-dropping that one with the stun as well. And Lively right now playing really well around this edge map as the reset actually comes out onto King Lion as well. So this is actually a really good recovery here from Jumble.
Yeah, it's a really interesting playstyle that Moret's going for. Going for fresh hooks. I don't know if that is the best play in my opinion, but nonetheless doing really well, getting these tags, but they're still sitting on 4 gens, so and they're getting their resets off, so we don't see a lot of gen pressure happening. We do see the shack pallet being dropped. That is really unfortunate because Moret is leaving. And we do see another gen pop and spotting out. I think this might be Vittorio here. No, this is King Lion here playing this dropped pallet. And can he get a tag onto King Lion here? No, not quite. Really well played by King Lion. Going to be just opting to break that and going to be committing. King Lion doing a really good job at, you know, taking Moret to the dead side of the map, but Moret's just going to be leaving this, going to be kicking this shack pallet. I don't think this is Moret's not in a really good spot right now. We've got everyone healthy and this gen split is pretty decent for the survivors. Needs to kind of get someone out of the game, I think, to try and apply that extra pressure, I think.
Yeah, this is the hard punish for not, you know, getting your talent as fast as possible. We have a 4 reset coming around onto Jumble here. Full reset Survivor Zone, as I say, about to get tagged here onto Gucci. So if he was to try and find a survivor at this point, Gucci's definitely not a bad target. This will be Gucci's second stage. He can maybe play around this with the Pop Goes the Weasel. Here's the gen being worked there at 6 as well. So there's a survivor nearby. So quite on the worst spot possible considering you can find Gucci.
Yeah, of course. It is a good, really nice phase from Moret there. Gucci just not pathing away in time for that. But we are going to be seeing Gucci going into second stage here. And we do know that this gen was being worked on earlier. That is pretty close to being done. But we do see another gen pop by Jumble in the background. Really nice gen pressure right now from the survivors. But we do see this gen split towards the bottom side of the map is pretty close. I think Moret might think that someone is trying to make their way back to this gen here. And we do see King Lion here breaking away from this gen. Going to be playing this LT wall, but getting the hit, unfortunately. And we do see the pull come through from Gucci, and I imagine Moret is just going to be trying to get Gucci out of the game as soon as he can, which would be absolutely huge for him. And we do see Gucci breaking away towards the bottom side of the map and gets FTP'd as well by the Vittorio. So that is absolutely massive. Really nice recovery from Jumble.
Yeah, Itoko coming in for a nice FTP. They're going to be running a tunnel out, and very unfortunately, I was about to say, if you could get a tag onto King Lion, wrap back around and deny them from making it to the top side of the map and get your tunnel out, you'd be in an amazing spot. But good counter there by Jumble, amazing FTP. I'm going to be seeing King Lion doing what he has to do here, running into the complete corner of the map, or the furthest corner away from the gens as well. So King Lion, amazing pathing. We'll be going down. Eruption will be getting procs, but at what cost here? Will this chase maybe come back to bite Skirmish JP?
Yeah, King Lion doing the right thing by going towards that corner. This might buy the time to get 1 gen done, maybe even 2. We do see 1 gen pop, and we do know that this gen here had a lot of progress too, but it looks like they've already pre-left, or they might be working on a different generator. Moret waiting for Eruption to come back and going to be applying pop and Eruption to this gen. This is a pretty nice 3 gen for Moret to play around. Could safely just try and keep everyone maybe injured would probably be the best way to go about it. And yeah, just needs to get someone out of the game because a 3v1 in this with this gen split is really difficult. And I think that's what Moret needs to do. But Moret playing this really safely, trying to check on this gen that Lively is trying to jump on. Lively taking the chase towards what might be another active generator here. Pre-dropping that pallet, doing the standstill tech, trying to... Oh, I think the life coming through. Really well played by Lively just by breaking away. And it's going to be taking Moret towards the crane here where no gens have been worked on, which is really well played.
Yeah, the pathing here from Jumble has been really good. Whenever they take a hit, they're always making sure they can get to that top side corner. And now we're going to be seeing the Spirit come back here, trying to maybe cut them off. And it's just going to be getting another tag. But Gucci is like, if you want to tag me, you have to come all the way across the map. As you can see, he's looking back at that agent. He knows it's definitely being worked here. But I don't think Gucci's the chase you want here in the end game if you want to get max points here, knowing that the gem most likely will pop.
Yeah, Moret needs to get a quick down, and hopefully get Eruption procced onto that 7 gen, which we do see come through. I don't know if we saw any auras on that gen, but it is going to be the death coming through from Gucci. But Gucci died in a really nice spot away from all the gens, so this might actually buy Jumble enough time to pop that last generator, because we know that Shaq was being worked on in 7, and we do see it come through. The last gen popping, and Moret needs to find, I believe it might be King Lion, who might be Fresh Hook. I'm not too sure, but yeah, this is not looking great for Moret at the moment. They might get a few stages out the door here.
Yeah, this is definitely not the place you'd want to be right now for Skirmish JP. I mean, if he can get a Fresh Hook Survivor in the end game somehow, he'd be looking like he could probably be in a decent spot heading into the Survivor side for Skirmish. But no, going to be phasing over this door all the way up at 11. Sees the life being procced here, but it's going to be Lively, who I think might be the sacrificial lamb here for the side of Jumble. Going to be going down any moment. I don't think Lively's a Fresh Hook, is he?
I think Lively has been hooked once, maybe.
Instantly wrapping for the door as well. Absolutely, really well played here. Good coordination. As we're going to see an FTP in the background at 9. Lively going to be getting picked up there by a Toko, coming in for an amazing play there, trying to get him at the door, but I don't think it's going to be for much here, as Lively going to be going down almost the same spot. He does spot the Vittorio in the background though, but yeah, not quite going to be able to get him out the door there. It was a good gamble, but I think it will be a similar result here in the end game, as it's going to be Lively probably dying on this hook.
Yeah, that was, the FTP was amazing. That would have been so good if Lively was able to get out there.
Oh, Lively's fresh.
Yeah, Lively's fresh. Oh, that's actually really good from Moret. So that would make it a, I'm not too sure, is it 8 stages? Or, I'm not too sure, but, yeah, I think Moret's just safely going to be camping out this hook. It's his fresh hook, so, and Jumble doesn't look like they're going to be leaving anytime soon. Maybe they're going to try and come in for a cheeky unhook and escape. We'll never know, but this is
the broken just ran
exciting.
out on a Toko as well, so can get that reset off onto him as well from King Lion. So yeah, I think they're just waiting for that broken status effect. Going to be getting that reset. If they can get him before the second stage proxy here, maybe try to get him out the door. This could be very interesting, because do you see the reset come through? So we're in for a spicy endgame here. Potentially. Oh no.
Oh.
They're leaving.
No. I was excited for a spicy endgame. Well, they are going to be leaving and taking the outs there. And that is going to be a, not sure how many stages that is. Correct me on that, Peps.
It's going to be, I think it's a 3 fresh 8 stage there. So definitely a drawable result here coming in for Skirmish JP Survivor side. Not the worst result ever, like doing pretty well there. Getting that fresh hook at the end as well. I'm doing a good balancing act at the end to get as many eruption pop procs as he could get possible. But as you saw, that's the punish for not getting a ton of that early on Spirit. It can be very hard to play the 4v1, especially when the gens are being popped, like so much pressure being put on the gens across the map and dying in the corners where you need to be going down. And really well played there from both sides, as we're going to be going into the next game here. It's going to be Skirmish on the Survivor side now, and Jumble's killer going to be taking the stage very, very shortly.
Welcome back, everyone, to Skirmish JP vs Jumble, where we just saw Skirmish JP Spirit achieve an 8-stage result, and we're now going to be seeing Gucci trying to bring home potentially maybe the win for Jumble. So let's see how this goes. I haven't quite seen Jumble play that often, especially Gucci on the Spirit, but I'm very excited to see it. We do see a pretty unique build coming through. I haven't seen Discordance run on a Spirit before, so that'll be very interesting. We do spot out Ask here, playing this short war, but unfortunately getting a tag there. This might be a really quick down, but Gucci, Ask playing really well by dropping that pallet. He's just going to be breaking away. And we do see the Discordance proc coming through onto this gen over here. Getting a little bit of value, but
oh my!
Oh my gosh. Ask playing that extremely well, but Gucci's just going to be leaving and checking this double gen over here. Going to be kicking that for Eruption. And looking for the second survivor. Oh.
I was going to say, you feel pretty confident that one of these two survivors will probably be on that deli as well. It's going to be a nice tag here on the Coca, as Coca just gonna be slow vaulting back. I'm not too sure what that was. It ends up working out anyway. We're gonna see Gucci going for a phase to try to seal the deal. Maybe get a quicker down than what he could have on Ask. As yeah, we'll be seeing Coca go down. Hopefully that isn't the Delhi player here for the start of Skirmish JP, but really good start here for Gucci. Getting it down in a tag. The 5 generators is really, really nice here.
Yeah, that discordance actually gave Gucci a lot of value there. Like you said, Peps, maybe finding that potential deliverance player. If Coca was the Delhi player, then that would have been massive for Gucci and really bad for Skirmish. But Gucci's going to be taking chase onto Moroku here, down at the 6 side, and this gen does have a lot of progress here, and Gucci's going to be applying Hop Goes the Weasel and Eruption onto that, and Gucci's going to be making his way back, but this is a really tough spot for Skirmish with 2 injures and someone on the hook and 2 gens that had a lot of progress just being interrupted. It's not a great spot to be, and these gens, what is this? Is this a 4 gen at the bottom side? That is just disgusting to look at, but I think Gucci can safely just patrol this area and hold this down.
He has Coca hooked in the middle of 5 generators on this bot side. I didn't even notice that, but it's absolutely crazy if you include the Shack gen there. As a gen does pop, but I think you can confidently think right now that Ray is probably the player playing on this bot side, as you did see the Discordance proc earlier. Yes, you will identify this, but just a little bit too late, as Ray will be able to pop that generator, trying to see if he can get a tag in. Nice early tag. And you might just take that and go right back to the hook here. Maybe get a cheeky bit of eruption value as well, but if you can get Coca out of the game this quickly on this phase back, zoning back towards this bot side of the map potentially, he's in an amazing spot here to look at this game.
Yeah, exactly, Peps. If Gucci can get that tunnel out onto Coca, that is just going to be so rough for Skirmish. And it's exactly what Gucci is doing and trying to getting a really quick down onto Coca there. That is so unfortunate. And we see Eruption proccing in the background too. And we do see someone working on that gen as well. And we do see someone working on this gen at 2 as well. So this is, and everyone is injured too. I'm surprised that no one is resetting as well, because being a 3v1 in this situation, this is not looking good for Skirmish right now.
Yeah, no, Gucci's been playing with such high tempo, and just like they haven't really felt like they've had a chance, I think, to reset here. Maybe there might have been an opportunity or two, but yeah, not being able to get that off, they must just be prioritizing the fact that they are playing at a big disadvantage of this game at the moment. They're trying to pull it back with some nice gen pressure, splitting up these gens most likely, and are just probably happy right now to let Ask go to sec, as we do see a survivor here injured. It's going to be Moroku playing on this edge map filler. Can he try and juice up as he's going to be swinging out of that phase? Gucci going to be missing that one just barely, but we'll get a pop eruption here. Moroku can break away, maybe get a bit more distance, and Gucci just kind of just chilling at the moment. If you can just find an injured survivor out in the corner in the bad spot and get a quick down, especially there's a eruption being procced in several gens. As a gen actually does pop in the back, and I think it's one of the deep gens in that 4 gen as well being procced there. So gen split getting a bit wide here for Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci's playing this extremely well. As you said, just playing really hyper aggressive, with having everyone injured and applying eruption on all those gens. But if someone gets caught out in a really bad spot here, this could be potentially looking like maybe a 4K2 or 4K1 for Gucci. But we do see Ask going second in the background, and Gucci's going to be pathing his way back to this generator that had a lot of progress, and it has been stopped. So maybe someone is potentially going for the unhook onto Ask here. I think this might be Moroku here coming in for the save. We do see, but that is, yeah, what cost? We do see Eruption proccing on the other generators, and that's just going to be a trade. This is, yeah, kind of falling apart for Skirmish.
Yes, it's very rough here not having a survivor healthy at this point in the game. It kind of limits your options when it comes to like trying to apply pressure to the unhook, get some gens split up here. But Gucci doing an amazing job. The gens are definitely split up a bit here. So Jumble did do an, oh no, sorry, Skirmish JP did an amazing job to get the 4 gen out of the way, but at what cost, as you said, all these injuries coming through? Is he going to have to try and swing to this BT? Going to be body blocking here. Ask going to get that window vault, but I don't think he's going to be able to make everything. He used the same pallet at the start of the game. It must be going down here. It just seems like the game is just slowly getting pulled away here from the side of Skirmish, and it looks like Jumble are on their way to possibly locking this one out right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's Ask exiting the trial there, unfortunately, and it's a 2v1 at 2 gens. I think this is probably impossible for Skirmish to bring this back. They could potentially get 1 gen done, but this is looking like probably a 4k2, 4k1. And we do see Gucci catching out Ray here, playing at this LT wall. Gonna try and juice up as long as possible. Let's see if we can get a really good chase. I think that was life coming through from Ray there. And pre-dropping that pallet really well.
Ooh.
And Ray just reading Gucci like a book there. But Gucci's opting to leave and going to be checking on where Moroku is. Probably just sitting on a gen at the side of the map. I think there were some scratch marks there. I'm not too sure, but yes, it was. And Gucci's going to be going to get it down onto Moroku here. Moroku not having a lot to work with here. All of these resources have been used. And Gucci's going to be slugging, and we do see the eruption aura onto Ray.
Oh no.
That is so unfortunate. Ray just trying to hide away, but Gucci can see you there, unfortunately. And oh gosh, that was just Gucci on fire on the Spirit. His I don't think Gucci missed a phase, probably 1 or 2, but just every phase was on point. Really well played.
Yeah, Ray going to be going down there, but honestly, I think he was the shining light here in this game for Skirmish JP. He's an absolute gun of a player, doing so well in almost all of his chases there. Very entertaining to watch, but Gucci playing obviously just as well and just playing absolutely insane and getting quick tags and quick downs and getting into a game state where you have a death hook with 3 inches. It's super hard to come back from, but Skirmish played it as hard as best they could in that situation, getting several gens heavily progress here, but not quite going to be enough as Jumble will be taking the first set here.
Yeah, really well played by both sides, and yeah, just Gucci just bringing home the victory for Jumble here, and Spirit was Skirmish's pick as well, to note, but we will be moving on to the next set as we see Ray leaving the trial. I don't think Ray is the Delhi player, but we are going to be seeing Ray dying on the hook here. And that is going to be a 4k2 for Gucci and a win for Jumble on the Spirit set. Our next set will be Deathslinger, which is Jumble's pick. So that's going to be really interesting to watch. But we're going to be taking a short break, and we'll be right back.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Jumble versus Skirmish JP. As we're going to be seeing Jumble, I think, stay on the killer side right now. We're going to be heading into this Deathslinger set. Going to be going straight back to Wrecker's Yard yet again for Azrov's maps in a row. Absolutely pumped to see how Gucci can play on the Deathslinger this game.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Peps. And with Deathslinger being Jumble's pick as well, I'm sure Gucci is feeling probably pretty confident. So I'm very excited to see how Gucci plays, because Gucci played extremely well on Spirit before, as we just saw. And we do see Ray kind of trying to stealth at this side of the map. Gucci not quite getting that shot. And Gucci's going to be committing here. Can't help but notice the add-ons. I'm not too familiar with Deathslinger add-ons. I don't know what that purple one does. I think it was Prison Chain, someone was saying earlier. Could you maybe inform us what that does, Peps?
Yeah, so that purple add-on is Prison Chain. It just means that I think the chain takes 10% longer to break. It just lets you get some more spicy hits around certain tiles if you play for that reel-in hit, trying to swing around. He's going to be getting a really nice shot there on Ray, preventing him from running deep 6 as well, so really big there, especially considering he's brought in the agitation. Been seeing a lot more Deathslingers bring in Agi recently. I think it does feel really nice on this killer. Just kind of prevents the whole not being able to get pain resistors off early or just generally throughout a game, because dying deep 12 or deep 6 against a slinger, especially when they don't have Agi, it can prove to be hard sometimes to get those Scourge hooks off, as he gets a nice pop as well, utilizing the Agi, bringing him over to 9, and he's in a really nice spot here, getting that pain res off and a pop on the 2 most progressed gens. Definitely where you want to be on the slinger to start off a game. Is going to be seeing Ask take chase here at Shelly 12. Going to be getting baited out there. Gucci, nice patience. Ask going to be getting tagged there. And yeah, no sloppy butcher as well. So we'll be a bit fast to recess. But with the tempo that Gucci's playing at right now, I think he's pretty chilling at the moment.
Yeah, Gucci's playing this really well. And with Agi as well, it's a very aggressive build. And it does come through pretty successful, I've seen, for Deathlingers. So it is a nice perk to have, especially if you're, going to die corner in the map, then there's no issue trying to bring them up to the mid area, and obviously getting those pain res hooks too. It is a good perk to have. It's very aggressive, but Gucci is going to be confirming second stage onto Ray here. Does spot someone out here behind the cars here. This is Moroku. Probably trying to come in for the save, but not being successful. That is such a nice shot from Gucci. Gucci just reading Moroku like a book there. Absolutely amazing. This is a really rough start for Skirmish right now.
I was legit just about to say the same thing. Reading Moroku like a book there. And now Gucci getting another pain res hook. Two pain res hooks side by side. That is actually so insane, the RNG right there, to have two pain res hooks right next to each other. And right now we have two people hooked at 5 gens. With that pain res going off, you just think that this could be a very high gen result here for Gucci to maintain, as Ray just ticking away. His hook stage is going down right now. I don't think another survivor's coming in a wrap for him either. So this might be a death at 5 gens right now. And just that shot is going to be delaying it even further, this pull. And with the chain break as well. Oh no, he's actually looking away for the chain break, but Ray going to be going to death there on that hook. And yeah, that was a nice shot there. I don't think they would have got the pull anyway onto Ray. But just, nice, just guaranteeing that Koki going to be getting hooked on another pain res. And this is looking pretty dicey, I'm not going to lie. Right now, depending on how quick he can get one of these injured downs, he could be looking at like a 4K4 here.
Yeah, this is so rough, Peps. I got to agree with you there. It's very dicey. Everyone is injured right now, and a death at 5 gens is not what you want against a Deathslinger on Wreckers.
No.
Another really quick down onto Moroki here, and Gucci's going to be slugging, going to be popping this generator, but is going to be picking up here. He does have 1 pain res left, so I think this might be... No, it's not the last pain res, but yeah, this is a really bad position for Skirmish, and we do see Ask in the distance going into the unhook onto Coca here. And yeah, as you said, Peps, this might actually look like a 4K4, maybe even a 4K5. Yeah, this is really looking dicey. It is going to be a 4K5. This is... Wow. This is just not good for Skirmish. Gucci is just playing really, really well. Very hyper aggressive.
Oh,
and yeah, really nice shot. Just reading Coca like a book there. Just wow, just absolutely insane.
I was not expecting to see a 4K or 5 here, but I'd say Gucci played absolutely insane. Like, honestly, played this game textbook perfectly. Nice pain res RNG as well, considering the situation he was in, and just utilizing all of his perks and everything like to its max potential. But you can't help but think Skirmish JP having some big, probably macro errors in that game to allow such a thing to happen. Shouldn't have 2 hooks usually, I'd say, right next to each other, but very unfortunate there. And just it could just be an off game there for Skirmish JP, maybe, especially after losing their Spirit set. Very unfortunate. Gucci really showing up though. He's played absolutely insane today. This Deathslinger, absolutely, I was going to say near perfect, but realistically, 4K at 5, it pretty much was completely perfect game here. As we seeing Moroku, just DCing there, I think, just because the game's over. Not really too much to think about there. But yeah, no, Gucci playing insanely well. And I would like to say, I don't have to say it, but I think this is just most certainly locked up. I mean, I don't know how Jumble could possibly blunder a 4K4 win con, but I guess we'll find out very, very shortly, as we'll be taking a short break.
Welcome back, everyone, to Skirmish JP vs Jumble, to what might be the last game of the evening, where we just saw Gucci from Jumble achieve an insane result of 4K5, which I don't think I've ever seen before in my time in comp. So we're going to be seeing Skirmish JP on the Deathslinger trying to achieve that win con. We do see this build with Agi, Save the Best for Last, Sloppy, and Pain Res. This is going to be really tough. I'm not going to lie, Peps. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say it's almost borderline impossible to try and even get this Tycon to be met. But he has saved the best for last. So maybe he can start some kind of snowball early. Yeah, get up some stacks as quick as possible. He can maybe try to snowball these hits, but I just don't see he could possibly get it. But that's a good start, getting an immediate tag right off the bat. But it is the obsession, so not even going to be able to get those save the best stacks, which is pretty unfortunate. There's a guy coming out, so kind of a standard build outside the fact he has saved the best, but I mean, he's going to try and pull something here to try and get this hard Tycon. Impossible Tycon, probably, better to say.
Yeah, I think this is pretty much impossible for Skirmish to try and tie or even win. Yeah, the tie is really the only option. Just has to stop one gen from popping, but we are taking chase onto Lively here. Dropping that pallet, but getting a shot. Going to get a nice injure onto Lively here, and we do see that first generator pop, and that is going to be the WinCon Met for Jumble. So, well, we are going to be seeing this play out. Moretz is going to play the best that he can, try and get a few nice shots. We love to see a few juicy shots on the Deathslinger, and some really nice chases from Jumble, which we have seen tonight. Moret zoning Lively here towards the side of the map, getting a nice down, and he's going to be picking up, and it is going to be his first pain res potentially, and yeah, and first Stabiffle stack as well. But yeah, this is the win to Jumble.
Yeah, it's crazy seeing the first gen pop and being like, yes, a win con achieved.
Yeah.
But Jumble going to be taking away the set 2-0. Really good showing here. And Skirmish are going to have to play the back end of the season, trying to maybe make a bit of a run on the back end, try to get some improvement going throughout the weeks. It's definitely possible, especially like the format that's been set up. So it's definitely not lights out for Skirmish JP. I think it's some improvement heading into the finals gauntlet and really, show some of their dominance. Then they'll be in a pretty decent spot. But we're going to be seeing Atoko right now playing the edge map down the Vittorio. Going to be running to 9, pre-leaving safely as well. Barely a missed shot there. And another gen pops in the back as well. So really aggressive on these gens right now.
Yeah, and we do see the pull coming through onto Lively here, and an FTP from King Lion here. Moret opting to choose to go for King Lion here. Try and get another pain res. Oh wait, no, that wasn't a pain res before onto Lively there. I didn't even notice, but Moret's going to be committing to this chase anyway. Probably just going to go for fresh hooks at the stage. King Lion playing this palette really nicely. Just greeting that palette. Just playing this really well, and Moret coming through with these mind games, and King Lion just probably greeting that pattern a little bit too much, but is going to be going down, and hopefully Moret can find a pain res hook around the map, maybe, but I think he's just going to be taking up towards the crane. Hopefully this is a pain res, but Moret has lost all of his save the best for last stack, so not getting much value out of that perk, unfortunately, especially with that FTP coming through. And yeah, Moret's going to be trying to look for any other fresh survivors, maybe get a few pain res value, but we do see a lot of progress onto Shack here, probably about 40%, I would say, and can't find anyone here. I think Jumble are doing really well at pre-leaving these generators. I think they'll just be sitting on gens. We do see another one come through over at 11, and we do see the pull coming through from King Lion, and Moret's going to try and cut off this survivor who is pathing their way over to Shallow 12 here. This is the Michaela here playing this double wall, and Moret doing really well at these mind games, but Michaela is just playing this tile really, really well.
Yeah, no, playing is really, really well, this matchstick tile. As we're seeing, Michaela probably could be breaking away here. No, we're actually going to see him actually committing here, banging the window, nicely done there. But yeah, Jumble's coordination on the survivors today have been absolutely insane. Obviously, the kill performance has been really well, but like good comms, a well-timed pull. Make sure the Deathslinger is almost committed across the map, knowing you can't just sit at the hook, pulling at the right times. Now we're going to be seeing Michaela running to where the active generator is, but he does have 2 survivors here. Nice dodge out, but an interesting shot to go for there between the trees. As we're going to be seeing the Deathslinger right now trying to zone, trying to get that nice little shot to get the hitbox. There's going to be too much for Michaela. Going to be keep greeting this pallet, but actually trying to juice here. There's actually no respect from the side of Jumble. You're just working on this active gem with the active chase right next to it. as we're going to be seeing McCall go down at the pallet, though. Gonna be a bit of a risky pickup. King Lion going to be getting spotted out here and probably be getting tagged for his troubles. We do know at least one more survivor. I think Lively might be around here for the pallet save as well.
Yeah, I think I did see someone coming in from the top side of the map, trying to sneak in for a pallet save. We are getting a tag onto King Lion here. Moret trying to go for some wild shots over the crane there, and not quite getting it onto King Lion here, but I gotta say the Jumble Survivor side, they're playing extremely well. As you were saying before, Peps, they're absolutely on fire, and their chases have been really amazing too. So really well played by Jumble tonight.
Yeah, no, they've played really well today on both sides. High coordination as we're going to be seeing the King Lion pre-dropping Shack pallets, just trying to guarantee that he can't go down. He also crouching behind that bench. Good idea there. He's going to be breaking away. He knows this pallet is out here at around 3. Going to be playing around it and actually greeting it. Oh my god, nice shot though. And he will be going down, but the last gen I was about to say he might be close to being popped, and it does pop, and that's going to be a really good result as the beam save comes through from over the rock. That's such an insane angle right there as the beam going to be reapplied there, and we're going to be seeing McCall now having to play around the same belt that King Lion just went down at, as if we'll see if he can try and get a nice spicy shot. He made a relatively quick down as he's going to be playing this pallet, going to be baiting it out. Nice hold W there as well, coming out from the Cal. Going to be playing his pallet, vaulting back in and holding with nerves of steel and not vaulting back, and an absolute insane performance here from Jumble.
Yeah, Jumble are on fire tonight. That beamer save was insane, and just that play by Michaela there at that pallet, really patiently, and
oh my god! No! He will down him though, I think. No, he won't.
Oh, no.
It's barely not enough.
Oh, that was amazing. Absolutely
Oh my
amazing by Jumble. That was very entertaining to watch. These games have been really good to watch by both sides, and yeah, really unfortunate for Skirmish JP though. That win con was really difficult to achieve, and yeah, but Jumble just really bringing it home tonight, taking that victory. Really well played.